So, we have before us our candidates for the Board of Selectmen. There are 2 positions, and we have 3 challengers and 2 incumbents. The ground rules for this part of the evening is as follows. The questions will be asked of the office. Clear? Not the individuals. Clear? Okay. I'm not going to repeat that. Jack will stop you if I ask him to. All right. So, what we do when we have incumbents and challengers is the incumbents speak last. So it would be Bruce would be the last speaker, then John. Kara, you would be the third, Steve Holmes, and Frank DeFelice. So Frank, you're going to start. Lucky you, and then it's going to go. Now, everybody has between 5 and 7 minutes to introduce themselves and to make their statement. I ask that you hold your applause until everyone has had an opportunity to speak.
Thank you. All right. Thank you, everybody, for coming tonight. The Onset League, thank you. My name's Frank DeFelice. I live at 53 Mackey Way in West Wareham. I've been married 35 years to my wife, Patty. I have 2 grown children, a son and a daughter, and 2 grandsons. I graduated from Wentworth Institute with an associate in applied science and building construction. I've been the building inspector for the town of Eastham for the last 9.5 years. I'm also the zoning enforcement agent there, and the ADA coordinator and the assistant health agent. I am the vice president of the Southeast Mass Building Officials, and I'm also on the board of directors of the Southeast Mass Building Officials. I've been a past selectman in the town of Milton, New Hampshire. I was appointed, elected, and then re-elected. I guess I'm a member of the Redmond and Wareham and the Eastham Orleans Elks. Why I'm running for selectman in Wareham? I just can't sit back and see the way things are being done in the town. I don't believe it's being run properly. I think it needs better leadership. The way that things have been going, if I sit back and talk about it, it's my own fault. So that's why I'm stepping up and running in the race. I don't like the way the town employees are being treated, the way the department heads are being let go, and the lawsuits that go on in the town after they're gone. I feel that I can put a stop to that because of the simple reason I've been in town government not just for the last 9.5 years, but basically for the last 15 years. So I know how town government is run. I deal daily with the assessor's office in my town. They come into me and they ask me, how far along is a structure, at what phase, so that it saves them time from going out to have to reassess. It saves a trip out and everything. So I deal with them, I deal with the accounting office, I deal with the town administrator, so I do know how a town is run. And I feel that gives me the upper hand of anybody else, for the simple fact is that I work in the town and daily. I don't know, the other thing, I guess it's just that I've lived in the town approximately, I think, 4 years, but I've owned property approximately 8-9 years. I did live off Head of the Bay Road, right on the Wareham-Plymouth-Bourne line for quite a while too, but it was Plymouth, so I can only say that I've been in the town 4 years, but I've done everything in the town for the past 10 years. I work with a lot of the realtors in the town because I do home inspections. That's my little side thing in Title V, so I know quite a few people in the town. So anyhow, I'm acquainted with the town. I've been at the town meetings, and granted, I've been a little bit unruly at a few of them, but hey, what can you say? He won't notice me, and that's the reason. But anyhow, I would like your vote, and thank you.
Good evening. My name is Steve Holmes. I live at 21 Onset Avenue, and I'm a candidate for Selectman in Wareham. First, I'd like to thank the Onset Protection League for sponsoring this fine event, and all of you for coming out and taking an active role in investigating the candidates and meeting them and these future candidates that will govern your town. And I also want to say hello to the folks at home that'll be watching this over the next, I think it's 19 days or 21 days. I became interested in running for the office of Selectman because I heard over and over again that our town has no money. And I just, growing up in New England, I can't fathom a seaside community that doesn't have any money. And so I became very interested, and I believe that my experience in my career will help me to help the town to increase our revenue. I began working at St. Luke's back in 1977. I was there 23 years and served about 15 years of that in management. And at the same time, I was a member of the National Guards as a senior NCO for a medical battalion here in New Bedford, where I ran a field hospital for 13 years. So I have plenty of management experience in those two positions and leadership skills, I think, that will help guide our town. About 10 years ago, I decided that the hospital was fun and it was nice, but I would venture out into private industry. So I went to work for a company called J.J. Wild. And there I spent the next 6 years, probably 90% of the time, traveling around the U.S., Canada, and finally finished a 6-month stint in London, where I decided it was time to come home. And what I did was, I worked with healthcare organizations to balance their financial ships, to increase revenue, to expand services, and to decrease expenses. And I thought that with that experience, that I could provide leadership qualities to the town and provide that experience and expertise to try to help the town to become more financially stable. I believe that our town employees are our nuts and bolts of our community, and we need to provide them with the tools and the support that they need to function and operate successfully, because after all, what they're operating is our services. I'm encouraged by the outpouring of support that Dolores and I have received over the last 6 or 7 months. We were very private people in Onset. She no longer enjoys that. She can't go to the gym, she can't go to the store, she can't do much of anything. But just the phone calls from people, the emails we've been receiving, the welcoming into people's homes, we really want to thank you all from the bottom of our hearts. And I don't know who she is because she didn't sign the paper, but if you're the 80-year-old lady that is on a fixed income and you sent us $1 in that envelope, we want to say thank you for the bottom of our heart. I respectfully ask for your continued support and your vote on April 6th. Thank you.
Hold your applause, please. Kira.
Thank you. My name is Kara Winslow, and I'm both pleased and excited to be back with you at OPL Candidates Night. I want to thank and applaud the organizers for another excellent job. I want to thank all of you, and of course the viewers at home, for taking the time to learn about the candidates that are before you this evening. Most of you know me, and those that don't are getting to know me.